So I think it would be really interesting to start a micro-mobility company or even an auto company that sells futuristic vehicles. And when I say that, I just mean, how far into the future can we imagine? And then, can we create that future? Can we create it? And Tesla did that. Tesla Motors did that. That's my perception. You know, they made a great car based on past achievements in scientific, like electrical and mechanical engineering, and on imagination, like using imagination, right? And bringing a good team together. They always say you don't have to be the best. When I say they, I mean I've been told this my whole life. You don't have to be the best at something. You can hire the best. Right? Because you can't be the best at everything. But you could put a team together. You could put a team together of people that are really good at what they do. So I like how the Clark pads feel very soft. And I'm feeling that right now. Now I may get I can't think of what they're called. Rizla? I'm not sure if that's the right name. Rizla pads. I may get different pads just to see how they feel. But then again, if I like these, maybe there's not a need to do that. Okay. But I think because pads can be used on different electric unicycles, it is okay to have a few different styles. And those they don't go to waste because they can be used on a different unicycle in the future, right? One thing I'm really interested in is this idea of having being able to upgrade to a new electric unicycle at regular intervals. Wow, it's getting cold. I should have worn my jacket. I'm wearing a jacket, but this jacket I'm wearing, it's designed for like summertime. So even though it has a lot of protection in it, it also is vented. Like it's just vents everywhere. So the cold air goes right into it, like directly, and I feel it. At first it felt good because it was hot, but right now it's feeling a little bit too cold. I'm only going 20 miles an hour. Oh, I see. I went down one bar on the display. So let's see what the No, that's weird. It's still reading 100%. That can't be right. Now, I don't know why it would do that. That's not correct. Because I have 7 out of 8 bars. So I can't have 100% battery. Let me close the app and reopen it. That's so weird. I don't get it. How could it say 100%? And on the actual display of the unicycle, it says 7 out of 8 bars of battery. And it's even reading 143.2 volts. That doesn't make any sense. I've never seen it do that where it's showing me the wrong percentage. Because here you can see it. It says, see this, the bars? I'm down 1 bar. Looks like we're good to go right now. Yeah, so my knee pads don't fall or spin anymore since I'm doing the X when I hook them. When I strap them in the X pattern in the back. So on the 2 top straps, I cross those. So the top strap connects to the middle on the other side, and the top strap of the other side connects to the middle strap on the other side. Hope that makes sense. I made a video of it recently, but I've made so many videos. It's probably hard to find a particular video in my video history. I need to have a way of titling videos more specific to things. I mean, when I make short videos, like that video was specific. I think I said, yeah, I think I called it like, I forgot what I called it, but something about knee pads. Not today, but that was like, I don't know if it was like a week ago or something. It's going to be really interesting to see how this angle comes out with the Insta360 X3. And I read there's Insta360 X4 out now. I don't know what the difference is. But when it comes to the GoPro, that may need to be replaced with a newer GoPro. If I am going to use GoPro. I'm using it now though. And I really need to have better sound on it. If I'm going to use sound. But maybe I can record sound on the Insta360. But these are separate videos. I'm not sure where the logo goes with these viewpoints out. I guess if I did, I would just say recorded on GoPro 7 Silver, and then on Insta360 X3 I would say recorded on Insta360 X3 with noise reduction setting. That way people could see for themselves if they're curious, if anyone's curious about that comparison, right? They can compare the 2 different videos. Oh, the school's open. I'm used to seeing that gate locked all the time. Maybe they open the gate early. It is early morning right now. So I think I found a place that does the impossible. So my master cylinder, my ABS system on the Prius, 2012 Toyota Prius, the ABS, analog braking system, power booster, it's a big unit. I think there's something called an actuator in there, and there's also a pump. Okay, so there's an actuator and a pump. Those are 2 separate things, if I understand correctly. But they're all built into one unit, right? The ABS braking system. It's a really big unit on the 2012 Toyota Prius. And everyone's telling me that you can't rebuild it. And me, I'm just like, I want to open that thing up and see what's inside. And I also would like to rebuild it or repair it if I could. But I remembered someone I had gone to a long time ago that rebuilt master cylinders. And not just master cylinders, they rebuild a lot of different things. And I was given that number by a dealership that said they have vehicles that are not that old. The vehicle could be like 11 years old, right? But you can't get parts for it anymore. I'm not sure how the law works and like how everything goes with all that, but I think that after a certain number of years, the dealership may not have access to the parts anymore. They may not manufacture the parts anymore. So for this particular vehicle, which I think was, it was a Land Rover. If I recall correctly, it was a Land Rover, an older Land Rover. And it wasn't that old, right? But the dealership that I spoke with said we can't even get that part. All that we can do is send it out to get it rebuilt. And so I found out who rebuilds those. Now, I had a bad experience, not because of the company. The company did a great job. But what I learned was when you rebuild the master cylinder, you usually have to rebuild the brake. I can't think of what it's called. There's the braking system, like by the wheel over there. Those have to be rebuilt too, in that area by the wheel, because they'll leak. It's like too strong, like the master cylinder is too powerful, and it just blows all the seals out. That's exactly what happened. It blew all the seals out. This thing was leaking fluid so bad. But I never forgot the place that rebuilt the master cylinder for me. I never forgot the place that rebuilt the... I never forgot the place that rebuilt the master cylinder on the Land Rover that I couldn't buy the part for. If I recall correctly, I think I'm recalling this correctly, like the part wasn't available, or it may have been like extremely expensive. I just don't think it was available though. I really don't. I think my only option was to get that master cylinder rebuilt. So the place that did that, I never forgot that. Yeah, I called them recently about, can you guys rebuild the master cylinder for Prius, 2012 Toyota Prius? And they said, no, we can't, we're sorry. And I thought to myself, oh no. Well, no, I didn't think that. I wasn't thinking negative. But I was feeling a little bad, though. I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? And I like to ask people if they know of anyone that can do it. Like, I love asking that question, right? If someone can't do it themselves, do you know of anyone that might? Right? Not for sure, but just maybe, right? And they connected with me. They connected me with someone that may be able to do it. Now, I was told they can do it, but I'm saying may because I haven't confirmed it yet and it hasn't been done yet. So, to me, once it's done, then I know it can be done. Right? Right now, it's just, I'm just told they can do it. But that's still exciting, and I'm excited about it. And I have a backup plan. There's places that can get those ABS systems for a lot less than it costs if I go to the dealership, right? Because the dealership is the highest price. But some people like to use the dealer parts because it's going to have the dealer standard, right? That's a certain minimum standard quality. But I've also met a lot of people that sell parts, like work in auto parts stores and own auto parts stores, that will say like, oh, well, you know, they just repackaged the same part. And they're showing me parts that look, they're exactly identical. They're like, yeah, these come from the same place. It's just like a different box. I'm like, wow. So if that's the case, you know, then why not pay the lower price and get the same exact part? It literally is the same part, right? The same manufacturer. So anyway, I'm not happy with my, what I'm going to call my overly complicated, and I'll just say highly outdated vehicle, because my car has so many components on it. You know, when I think about the Aptera Motors vehicle, that's so simple. Or like the solar races, remember the solar powered cars? Oh, I'd love to drive one of those. Just put a bigger battery in it, and then keep little solar cells in it. I love that. And I would love to drive one of those as a daily driver under the status of experimental, right? Which would probably mean I couldn't have more than 2 people in it, and I couldn't, you know, maybe kids couldn't go in it, right? No children allowed or something. Who knows? I don't know, you know. I don't have kids right now, so that would be okay. But I'm actually making up the thing about no kids, because I don't even know if that's the rules. I just know they have experimental status, like for airplanes. And I thought, well, they probably have it for cars, right? For vehicles, for people that want to make their own vehicle or do experiments. We're supposed to have so much freedom in this country, right? So much freedom to experiment and make things. And we do. As far as I know, I mean, in my experience, I have not experienced anything contrary to the great freedom of experimentation. But I'm also careful with what I'm doing. I'm not putting other people in danger. You know, but I love learning. Alright, I'm gonna do my carving again. So by the way, I think it's good for my mind to be, oh, by the way, I do feel much better now that I had that Cliff Bar, even though I'm gonna break out now. My skin's gonna break out because I ate that. I don't know, there's something in there that I'm sensitive to. I don't know what it is. It could be nuts or something, I don't know. But I do feel a lot better after eating that. Hear that tire? Listen to this. It's going to be interesting for me to watch this video and see what my legs are doing, because I'm not looking down right now. I'm watching where I'm going. That's part of the reason I wanted to make this video, is to see what I'm doing, so I can study what I'm doing, right? Studying. Yeah, I would love to explore the universe. I would love to. And I want to. I want to do that. The sad thing, I'll say it that way, is that I've seen people that I feel like there's people that have given up life here on Earth to go somewhere else. And I mean, how do you feel about that? If you had the opportunity to leave Earth and go somewhere else that's more peaceful, would you do it? You know, I feel like I would. At least to visit and explore, you know. But then why come back, right? Say hi to friends. Say hi to people that you know. Friends and family. It's a big universe though, and we just live on Earth and talk about things that are impossible, right? Oh, it's impossible, it's impossible. Oh my goodness. It's like the most boring thing ever, is talking about impossible. What's exciting is exploring infinite possibility, just using the imagination, right? I mean, people say like graphene can't be used right now, it can't be done. And you have this small company, I was talking about Rumble Motors.